Marriage is built on trust. Marriage is built on vulnerability. Marriage is built on risk. So take your vows seriously. It's a covenant before God. When it comes to adultery, they have found a pattern. So I looked it up with the sociological data and the counseling records, and I'll just summarize it for you. And I want you to know, because if you're in this, I need you to get out of it. If you see it coming, I need you to run from it. If there's somebody that you know, I need you to lovingly confront them before it's too late. But here's the 7 steps downward to adultery. Number 1, meet someone in an ongoing social environment, most likely work. The data that I read indicates that 62% of adulterous relationships begin at work. But this could be your kid's sports team. You're on the sideline or up in the stands. You just got an hour to kill. You start visiting with someone, and you're there together repeatedly. It's an informal environment. It starts rather innocently, but oftentimes it's work. Because at work, you look your best, and you act your best, right? You're all dressed up. For most guys, like Grace told me today, it's Valentine's Day weekend. She went to the store this morning. She said it was hilarious. She said first time she's seen the grocery store filled with men. They're up early, they're in their sweats, they're all haggard, they're fighting over chocolate and flowers and cards, and they're all in their sweats and farting. That's what they look like on Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, they're in a suit and they look like a responsible adult, okay? So we always look our best at work and we act our best at work, right? So second step for women, most attraction is what, ladies? Emotional. He's so nice. He listens. He's caring, okay? Well, he may be playing the long game. For most men, the attraction is what, men? Physical. Number 3, you look forward to and enjoy seeing and conversing with that person. Oh, I hope they're at work today. I'm gonna swing by their desk. I hope they're at the game. You're looking forward to it. You're like, okay, breath mint, make sure I'm dressed up. All right, 2 eyebrows. All right, strategic plan. Okay. Number 4, your conversation moves from professional to personal as emotional intimacy grows. All of a sudden, you're talking about your life and how you're doing and how you feel. Maybe even you start talking about your marriage. Yeah, we're kind of in a rough patch and, struggling a little bit and having trouble with the kids. And now you're starting to divulge a little more private information. Unmet emotional and or practical needs in your marriage start to be met by this relationship. They start to be your comforter, your counselor, your emotional need meter. You start hiding your relationship from others, especially your spouse. How was your day? Great. You don't tell them that you had lunch with that person. You don't tell them that you sat at their desk for half an hour and chatted. Opening private lines of communication and scheduling time together intentionally. Or maybe that you're even going on a work trip together. And 7, in a time of vulnerability or stress, the line is crossed from adultery of the heart to adultery of the hands. That's what happens. Let me just speak to this. Let me speak first to the men, because you're the head and the leaders. So men, once you marry a woman, and especially when she gives you children, she's incredibly vulnerable. She has most likely left her career and she trusts you to be the protector and provider for the family. She's staying home to be the caregiver of the children. She's probably given up the opportunity to climb the corporate ladder and to generate more revenue. She's trusting that when you leave the home during the day, you're conducting yourself in an appropriate manner and that you're seeking the best interests of her and the children. And if you claim to be a Christian, she is trusting that you will act as a Christian. And if you betray your God and your wife and your kids, She is going to be thrown into poverty. Statistically, she is going to be in a very precarious position because she will most likely get the children, but then she's going to need to go to work, but she's not been building her resume and her career path, which means financially she is in a desperate position. And then she's having to emotionally caregive for the children who are in crisis. She will not want to turn them against her father, but she can't lie to them. And then she's in a really painful custodial shared agreement. And then the holidays are awkward and weird. And if you stay with that woman or the women that you are with, for the rest of her life, she's trying to figure out how to navigate this for the sake and well-being of the children. She's in an impossible situation. Let me speak to the women. If your husband marries you and he's a good man and he goes to work so that he can provide for the family and you have children with him, he's vulnerable to you. He trusts you. He's trusting you to stay home and to take care of those children and to be faithful to him. And if you claim to be a Christian, to be faithful to your God. He doesn't know what you're doing all day because he's busy working. If he's a good man, he's not going to be stalking you and keeping an eye on you. He's going to be trusting you and he's going to be laboring for you. And if you betray him and your God and your children, you're going to destroy him. You're going to take his children, because if you're the primary caregiver and he has labored so that you can be with them, those children, you will get custody. He will lose his children. He will probably lose his home. Another man will perhaps move into the home that he bought for his family. Furthermore, another man might be tucking his children into bed. And he will struggle with a rage that is beyond comprehension. If he's got a little girl that some absolute deadbeat of a human being is tucking into bed after seducing his wife, who was a married woman. To think that that man would be tucking his little girl into bed after seducing his wife brings that man to the point of absolute fury. And then that man having to go to work every day to then send half of everything he earns to fund the deadbeat's lifestyle, to live in his house and to eat food out of his fridge while he continues to violate the seventh commandment with his wife. It's reprehensible. So don't do it. Marriage is built on trust. Marriage is built on vulnerability. Marriage is built on risk. So take your vows seriously. It's a covenant before God. Honor God, honor each other, honor your children, honor your grandchildren. Think about your legacy. Think about the generations that aren't even here yet. Think about Christmas with your great-grandchildren. Even if you're 25 years old, start preparing for that day right now. Thanks for watching this video. It's a great honor to help you learn the Bible. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I promise you there'll be more to come.